What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm talking about one from Paramount, and it's called We're No Angels. This is the 1955 version, not the version with Robert De Niro and Sean Penn, so keep that in mind. This movie centers on a trio of convicts who've escaped from Devil's Island prison. They're just kind of blending in on, with some of the locals and trying not to get caught, and they're just kind of biding their time until they can get a plan together to catch a boat ride out and, get back into their, lives as free men. That they kind of are just like stealing a little bit here and a little bit there to get by, but they need a big score if they want to get off the island. So they run into a guy named Felix. He's an old guy. He runs this like small time shop. He's a really nice guy, kind of naive and overly trusting, which of course they see as the optimal, opportunity. So they offer to fix his roof for free, which allows them to be up on the roof. They can look down into the store, case the place, see what's valuable, kind of drop in every once in a while and take some stuff. And the goal is to hit them big and take like all the money and then, get out of town. So it's a perfect opportunity for them. But of course, once they're up there, they start to kind of eavesdrop a little bit, and they kind of find out that his family's not doing very well, that the shop is doing horribly, and Felix doesn't even own the shop. He's just running it for his overbearing cousin, who's like super cruel. And actually, the stuff that they've stolen so far could actually land Felix in a lot of trouble, make him lose his job. He could lose, his family could be in dire situations. The daughter is having this insane crush on a guy that who's in her family, which is kind of weird. But anyway, she's brokenhearted. The family's just not doing very well at all. The convicts kind of overhear that, and they try to resist it, but they end up wanting to get involved and helping them out. And the movie just kind of follows from there what happens. This movie is really fun. It's 1955. It is dark. Not like in a depressing, oppressive way, but just in like this movie has some really dark humor. Like, even if it were made now, people would be like, man, that's some dark humor. So like for 1955, it's crazy. Michael Curtiz was the director. You've got Humphrey Bogart, Peter Ustinov, Aldo Ray, Basil Rathbone, Gloria Talbot. There's just a ton of people in this, ton of talented people involved in this movie. I love the fact that Humphrey Bogart is able to play this comedic role so well. He still kind of sticks to his like no nonsense kind of persona, but he also squeezes in some really great humor that's based off that persona. The three convicts are amazing here. The chemistry between them is fantastic. They each have unique, distinctive characters, and they're played so well. Seeing them interact with other people is great too. Them interacting with Basil Rathbone as the overbearing cousin is fantastic. I mean, it's just super funny. It's just a really fun movie, and what I like about it is that it's a Christmas movie, but it's not a in-your-face Christmas movie. It's not a Christmas story that happens to have a narrative built around it. This is just a really solid narrative that happens to take place around Christmas time. So it does have that Christmas spirit feel to it, but it's not like overbearingly schmaltzy around Christmas, which to me means that it's, one of the better Christmas movies. I do think it does have a kind of a silly tone to it, which some people might not like. But I mean, it's a comedy, so I don't know really why that would be a complaint. I think it's well written. I think it's excellently performed. I love the dialogue in this. I thought it was so sharp and like biting. And like I said, it's dark. It's dark humor. Like one of the characters, whenever the young daughter passes out because she faints because she reads this letter, then she's like heartbroken. She faints. And one of the convicts goes over and starts unbuttoning her blouse. And Humphrey Bogart's like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I read somewhere that when a girl passes out, you need to loosen her clothing. And he like stops him and he's like, that's the kind of reading that got you in trouble in the first place. Like, that's pretty dark for 1955. And that's just one part of like just a consistently like dark style of humor. But again, it's really funny. And it never feels like heavy. It's always like it feels light and brisk, and it even includes like rampant crime and murders, and it's still like light and funny. I really like We're No Angels. Unfortunately, it's not out on Blu-ray. I actually saw it at a theatrical screening a few days ago, but I wish this were out on Blu-ray in the U.S. I would definitely love to have it on Blu-ray, but it is available on DVD. I can't speak to the quality of it because I haven't seen it on DVD. I've only seen it streaming and then seeing it theatrically. I did a full write-up of We're No Angels, if you're interested in that, at my website, markfusion.com. If you want to see what else I've got going on, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, all that kind of stuff. I'm at Mark Fusion. The best thing you can do for me, though, is just to drop a sub here. It's a free, easy, direct way to support me and make sure that I can continue to keep putting this content out. Especially because YouTube is so funky about monetization, even on videos that don't have anything bad in them. It's like that sub is a concrete way to support me, so I would greatly appreciate that. In the end, if you like Christmas movies, if you like Humphrey Bogart, if you like dark comedies, this is a really good movie. I really had a good time with it, and it's one I could definitely watch, on a regular basis. So definitely check out We're No Angels, even if you're not the kind of person who normally checks out classic movies. I know a lot of people who are like, oh, 1955, what a dusty movie, but it's not dusty, trust me. It's got a lot of humor that even now would be hyper effective and be seen as like pretty dark, even by today's standards. So that's We're No Angels. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.